Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hello, everybody. This is the Digital Asset Investor, and we have got some optimism. I was actually I had dinner with a friend of mine. He's a financial advisor, and I was asking him, now that Trump's in, do you think this IPO market's going to take off? And he's like, yeah, that's one of the things we're all out here thinking about. And which industry do you think will lead that IPO market? Think about this for a minute. I think Coinbase is pretty much the only IPO that has been allowed to happen in crypto since Gary Gensler came along. Here's a Bloomberg article: IPO market holdouts look to 2025 as Trump retakes White House. Victory removes uncertainty, makes deregulation more likely. Small caps, Bitcoin rally as investors lean into risk. Then we had this today. This is news that Coinbase's stock price surged above $300 for the first time since November 2021. If you remember when that IPO came out, it went to like $350. Okay, so I'm calling for a crypto IPO boom that's going to go with this crypto market boom. Luckily, Link2 is one of my sponsors, and they offer private equity to accredited investors. You can go to LINQ. There's several crypto, like I own on there. I own Ripple, I own Uphold. What's the others that I own? I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I own several that are crypto. And think about it, all these companies have been sitting there, and they've been prevented from, the whole industry has had to sit down on their money, sit down on everything. It is on like Donkey Kong, folks. So you can download the Link2 app or go to linqto.com. Okay, speaking of being on like Donkey Kong, this market is $2.87 trillion. Remember, Brad Garlinghouse called for $5 trillion by the end of 2024. XRP is trying to get back up to 60 cents. Let's see what's being said out there. This was on Squawk Box this morning about Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is hitting new highs above 82,000. And Mackenzie Sagalos joins us now with a look inside the action. Was there ever a time, Mackenzie, where you said, why am I going to be a crypto expert? That's a big risk. Now look at you. We can't get enough of you. 82,000.
Yeah, I know in 2017 I was talking to Bitcoin miners in Venezuela who were doing it to make ends meet. But now Bitcoin topping $82,000 this morning. As futures premiums jump higher, traders are now betting over $2.9 billion on Bitcoin, soon rising past that 85K threshold on the popular derivatives exchange Deribit. The wider crypto market also seeing outsized gains this morning. Ether has eclipsed Bitcoin's rise of 30% in the last 7 days, and Solana's market cap topped a $100 billion level on Sunday. On the back of U.S. elections, it saw a swell of pro-crypto candidates win office. Now, the total market cap of all those spot Bitcoin ETFs is now above $80 billion, with inflows surging in the last 3 trading days as institutions and their clients pile into the Bitcoin trade post-election. Within fintech stocks, crypto-aligned companies Coinbase and Robinhood, both of whom are in legal fights with the SEC, are moving higher pre-market. And most Bitcoin miners are all seeing double-digit percentage gains as well. Donald Trump, remember, promised that all future Bitcoin will be mined in the U.S. and pledged to rapidly build out the country's energy production and transmission infrastructure, which is a great thing for those power-hungry miners. This is one of multiple commitments made by the president-elect to the crypto industry on the campaign trail, along with vowing to fire SEC Chair Gary Gensler and to launch a national crypto stockpile.
Just looking at MicroStrategy and thinking about, it's 50 billion now, but thinking about Michael Saylor and all along what his viewpoint has been and how he wasn't shy at all about it. And he almost in real life has laser eyes, almost in real life. But the stackers and the hodlers, they must be, at this point, anyone who has been stacking or hodling is on top of the world.
Oh, absolutely. And MicroStrategy was a first mover in terms of adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet. And that's why this national crypto stockpile is so compelling. So essentially, the U.S. government has $16 billion worth of Bitcoin already on its balance sheet that it has amassed through these seizure operations. But what Donald Trump is talking about doing is not only holding on to that, but he's also been talking to Senator Lummis and her team, who put forth legislation to buy 1 million Bitcoin over the course of 5 years so that ultimately you get a supply of Bitcoin held by the U.S. government that is tantamount to what we have in gold reserves, 5% of the total Bitcoin supply. So it's just you're even seeing the U.S. government potentially leaning into this HODL strategy, as you were saying.
Well, either you're...
What will that make it worth? Check this out. So Bitcoin it's about to hit 85,000, I think. Check this out. This is from Leah Halpern. My sources are telling me President Trump's having a big meeting today with his crypto advisors. Expect huge and bullish news later. The Bitcoin just hit, it's about to hit 85-ish. And I want to remind everybody, this is one of my sponsors too. iTrustCapital is one of the best companies in crypto. These guys, this is where I have most of my Bitcoin. I invest through iTrustCapital. I have IRAs over there. This is the smart way. If you're going to hold Bitcoin long term, you have the tax advantage of an IRA. It's huge. It's my favorite place to invest in crypto. So you can go to iTrustCapital.com for that. Okay, Metal Lawman is so right. Note to self, never take legal or financial advice from Senator Warren. This is back when she said the SEC is wrong on the law and wrong on the policy with respect to the Bitcoin ETF decision. And I decided it was a good day to remind Gary, because this market got to 2.83 trillion. This is all after Trump won and said he's going to fire Gary Gensler. I said, hey, Gary, this is what capital formation, remember, capital formation, facilitating capital formation is one of the core missions of the SEC. So I said, hey, Gary, this is what capital formation looks like. That is supposed to be one of your core mandates, not doing the bidding of Senator Warren. Ironically, it started accelerating the second the crypto market realized you were going to be fired. Bye-bye, anti-American asshole, and I do mean that. Think about what he's put so many millions of people through. I hope you get the karma that's coming to you. I really do. That guy, if there's anybody who deserves what he has coming, it's Gary Gensler. And I am unapologetic about it. Now, speaking of, wait a minute. I got to clear my throat. Sorry. This is Brian Costello. CNN reports that Jay Clayton is being considered for Attorney General. Let's hope this is satire by CNN. Under the former Alibaba IPO lawyer's leadership at the SEC, Chinese IPOs hit record highs on the U.S. exchanges as he covered up crimes. A family business where his wife and kids still receive dividends, even secured a first of its kind CCP deal while he was in office, wouldn't be a reassuring pick. And if we were for sure wouldn't see the DOJ's China program reinstated. He filed the XRP Ripple action on the last day to make sure the Dems covered up his issues. Clayton was hand selected by Democrat Gary Cohen into the last administration. Oh yeah, and he had the Hunter Biden communications via Devin Archer investigation at the SEC and did nothing to help President Trump. He even kept Peter Strzok's wife around at the SEC in a senior leadership position. This guy's bad, folks. So I retweeted that and I said, don't do it, real Donald Trump. You have to watch the crypto documentary about the SEC corruption by Jay Clayton and others before you do this. And that's XRP Unleashed, which has been changed to rigged from the start, I think. The SEC crypto, I can't remember what they call it. Let me give you exactly what they called it. It's right here. Hold on one second. Right here. Rigged from the start, exposing the SEC's war on crypto. They did that so that it would appeal to a larger audience, which I think is smart. And then in DAIXRP.com, we're going to talk about panic in DC, because there are so many different ways that and reasons that people are panicking in DC, and it is the good kind of panic if you're one of the good guys. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. It's time to go talk about panic in DC. Here we go.